morning, Greenlight the Day family. Welcome back. My name is Jane, and today I was looking around the web, trying to set my intention for the day and get a little bit of motivation. Sometimes inspiration, but sometimes just motivation. And I remembered this blog or website that's called tinybuddha.com. I don't know if you all are familiar with it. I will post the links below. But I kind of did with it sort of like I do when I'm going to go into a book, like say the Bible or some, learning book. And I, send a quick prayer to the universe, asking for guidance. And then I'll like open the book and see, what verse pops out of me or what sentence or what chapter in whatever book. And that's what I did with this. And the blog post that caught my eye is titled Taking the Shame and Fear Out of Mistakes by Sue Adler. And, it's a really cool little post. I'll post the link below, like I said. And then, in it, she gives, like 5 pieces of advice of things that she's learned. It's a great little blog post. But the one that gets to me is under number 5, her last piece of advice that she calls, if you're truly not learning and you keep making the same mistakes, it may be the truth coming out. Because I've always felt like, or not always, but I guess as I got older, I felt that, if I'm making the same mistake over and over, I'm not learning the lesson that I was supposed to learn. If I find myself making the same mistake over and over, then that to me has been always, well, I didn't learn it the first time, or I only learned partial. I didn't learn everything I needed to, so I'm making the same mistake because I've got to learn it, kind of like failing a class or a year in school, right, where you have to repeat a year. I feel like sometimes when you make the same mistake, it's because you're repeating a year. There's something that you missed, and you got to go back and learn it, And under that, she highlighted a quote by someone named Shannon L. Adler, who said, "The most confused you will get is when you try to convince your heart and spirit of something your mind knows is a lie." The most confused you will get is when you try to convince your heart and mind, or your heart and spirit, of something your mind knows is a lie. So that is something that stood out at me, and resonated with me and made me realize that, like the whole blog post was talking about perfectionism. And, it's only been recently that I'm realizing and I've learned, that I am a perfectionist. I never thought of myself that way, but I am, but not in the perfectionist way, like the typical stereotypical perfectionist way, where everything has to be perfect and OCD, everything's, like that. No, my perfectionism isn't in the kind that's where you want things, you're so afraid of making a mistake that you do nothing. You're so afraid of making a mistake, you do nothing. And but the problem is when you do nothing, you don't stop things from changing. You don't stop things from happening. It's just that suddenly you find yourself in a situation that you just can't stand, because you did nothing. So what I've been trying to do since I've learned that about myself, is to dig deep, to be real, and to understand when I find myself in a place of confusion where I'm like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, sideways, I'm shuffling, even though I know where I'm supposed to be going, even though I feel the pull, because all of us have our calling. All of us know where we want to go. All of us know what we're dreaming about, right? And what that pull is, what's pulling us towards the future that's meant to be ours. We know that. But, we hide. We're afraid, to take those steps that get us there for whatever reason. Maybe because we don't think we're worthy, whatever our fear is, and it is fear-based. I find that when I get confused like that, when I find myself immobile, it's always because my I'm trying to tell my heart and my soul. I'm trying to convince my heart and my soul, something that my mind knows is not true. My mind knows it's lying. My heart and soul definitely know it doesn't resonate with it, right? And so today I'm going to continue the practice of getting down to the bottom where there is no lie, and try not to be convincing my mind of things that, or convincing my soul of things that I know isn't true, whether I like it or not. Whether I like it or not. And so I'm greenlighting my day by digging deep to getting to where there is no lie. And it's uncomfortable, and some things make me very unhappy, I can tell you, because I want to control things. I want to make them be how I want them to be. I want everybody to be happy and everybody to have the happy ending. But that's not my job, and it's not within my power. I just have to do the best I can. I'm just trying to do the best I can for me. To be real. To stop telling my heart and soul a lie. Because my mind knows it's a lie when I try to make things the way I want them to be. To be who we are, naked, raw, in front of this world that wants us or wants to homogenize us and make us all the same. That's a tough step. It's a practice. But, that's the only way to live. Greenlight your day, people. Love you.